Hello everyone, today I will talk about a VR game, Oculus VR game called Paper Birds. It's a really fun sit still or stand alone game. You don't really need to do anything, but the only thing that you need to do is to put two of your hands, match to the virtual hands so you can, make some magic about some cool particles while the bird comes out. So this is a really interesting interface, even though, throughout the whole story, all I need to do is to look up, look down, around, like 360-degree, but pretty much it's
The paper birds.
in one space. So yeah, so I think this is a pretty good experience if
They come
you
and go
kind of just want to
between
enjoy
the two worlds.
enjoy the storyline, and pretty much you can you can still
They
move
show you the
around,
way.
but it's pretty much, I think they designed the whole
My
story on
grandfather
purpose
says they are
that
like the
put all the
magical
3D model, or
coincidences in life.
I don't know, because the texture looks
They are
so
inspirational.
amazing, so you kind of don't feel it's kind
And they
of
only appear at special
model. It
times.
feels like a little holographics. Yeah, I think they probably use a certain types of texture. So pretty much, it's interesting that from here, right, I kind of start navigate my eyes from top, right, to down, and just like going down when I hear the voice, because the sound design is pretty much 360 degree. So start from top and going down, and and when I see something, sometimes you can, the character will lead you, this little boy will lead you, and the lighting, so pretty much everything just in front of me, but I have to turn my head. I think this is probably the future of I don't know, Disney movies or Disney animations. Before we can see on 2Ds, right, on 2D screen, but in the future everything just like
Breeze.
in front of you, and it's so immersive. You
favorite
feel
moment of
like,
the day.
for example, if I turn my head, I can still see some other things.
I have a whole
Like it's
world
extensions.
to
Like
myself.
I immersed myself in a story, and I can pretty much move around and see the details of each stuff. So you see, and you see, like it's kind of framing, but not totally framed. It seems like they put the lighting on that spot, so my eyes only, there's only one place that my eye goes. So I think the storytelling is really very good, and pretty much the story is that a little boy kind of start played the music. He aroused Paper Bird, and Paper Bird is a magic stuff. So when Paper Bird comes up, I have to match my real hand to the virtual hand in order to, like little fantasy. I have to kind of the boy is playing the music, and my hand needs to be really busy and, dance with it. And it's really interesting that I have some power to create some different visual effects inside this game. So this is the only thing that I can interact. The rest of it I just watch. And then I really think that the art is beautiful, the VFX, and then all the storyline is amazing. And so this Paper Bird pretty much is from the spirit world, and take people from this reality. Because sometimes when an artist want to come up with an idea, the inspiration is like a bird, right? And then so it used the metaphor of bird, right? Bird as inspiration, and inspiration is from another world. You want to kind of find a really good inspiration, you need to go to another world, and this bird is come from another world and trying to mingle those two worlds together. So it's an interesting idea, and I think the metaphor is amazing, because when I see inspiration from another world and it's a bird, it's like yeah, it's a really good metaphor. And
Unfortunately,
it seems like this
life isn't
this
always
little
that peaceful.
kid, this little
Meet my
boy's
sister.
little
That's
sister. One day she kind of become
She
or
gets, well,
a
annoying.
bird, and then mingle with a bird and go to another place. And he
Look
was
at
trying
her.
to
Always
find
so intense.
his
So
sister,
dramatic.
and so he kind
I
of
wish she could
yeah. I don't
relax
want
a
to
bit more.
spoil the story, but you can see like at the end, it's a really
She makes me
really
really
innovative story.
upset.
So you see like this little sister is coming out. So
But
pretty much it's
deep
like
down,
a little,
I know
360.
she has her
I would
own
say
world.
the story is kind of unfolding,
And it's quite different.
like kind
from
of
mine.
surrounded me. And every time when I have to move around, it's usually a lighting spotlight on a certain spot, or there's a sound. So my eyes go somewhere and I can see all the storyline. And it's really interesting. When there's no story, everything just, full black, right? And when there's something to see, to watch, to read, and then something just comes out. So you see, my head can pretty much look around and see all the details. It's like there's a 3D stuff, just playing in front of me and ignore me. So it's a really immersive. You see, there's a bird there.
That
So it's
day,
like she was looking at the
she
bird,
was just playing
and she
when the great
That's what-
shadow came.
the music's amazing. Art is amazing. Story is great.
It was looking
See.
just like her.
It's the spirit, more like I would
And it
say
took her away to
so
the
called.
other
There's a word like talent, right? Talent. Some people believe is from another high level world. So I think there's always a better us with a lot of talent. So this girl was mingled inside the spirit world and become a paper bird. Yeah. So you can see
Every
this
day
is
at home
kind of like
is the
appear somewhere.
grandma
I feel like
doing
this is kind of a little
everything
like
and nothing
opera,
at the same
like Phantom
time.
of the Opera. I happen to go to UK
never really
and saw the
understands.
real
Nobody
Phantom
understands.
of Opera show. So
Oh,
pretty
my
much when I
grandfather,
see
maybe,
somewhere
but he
and
lives too far
there's a light spot
That
on
day, I was
on
in a
the stage,
particularly bad
and
mood.
when this part is over, there's always a dim light and the sound, or someone singing on the other end of the stage. So this part, it's just like slowly get over. It's like magician's tricks. If magician can attract people to some certain spot, and the other spot like being quiet, well, something will happen in that spot. So I feel like it's kind of using people's attention by lighting, by sound, by space, and by all the VFX. And then kind of guide you through the whole 360 space, which I think is amazing. So yeah, so right now, you see, like I really like the inspiration and originality
Music
of the
often
story.
takes me deep.
Yeah, and the only thing is that I feel like maybe
But
it's the
it was
magic
different this
inside me.
time.
You see,
For I
like
discovered
this
the
little
great
boy is
shadow.
playing an instrument, and I have
And
to,
with her,
my
sister,
like my magic,
trapped
and I'm
in
creating
another
another world. It's like an artist. And everything is magic, and I'm going to reveal another spiritual world. It's pretty fascinating. And later on, this little boy travel to another place, and you can see like something. It's pretty much 360, and from this side to another side, and rounded with lighting, and suddenly darken it. So sometimes you can look like all the stuff is all there. So And then everything is so confined, so you probably couldn't go in the front and see some stuff. But when you sit there, all the framing is perfect. You know, like something is going far away, and then yeah. So I think this experience is like not like a movie, because a movie you have, right? But this is a movie screen become a 360. So all I need to do is to kind of just watch, and the camera will take me to the certain angle, and I just keep watching this, watching that, and
He's a
everything.
busy musician in my town.
This boy is grand.
Him, me and my sister are the most
he needs a
important
lot of
things in his
inspiration.
life.
And one day, you can see later
I don't have
the
a
story
mum or a
will
dad,
unfold.
but
Yeah,
he
and this is
is
actually
very
developed,
important to me.
I think, by Oculus and its partner. I think the quality is definitely amazing because you see Facebook. Yeah, the budget is probably pretty large, and also the storyline is amazing. Yeah, and then I think right now it's only on the first part, and later on probably I will receive second part once they finish the development. But you can see, even the camera rotation, it feels like really professional, right? It's not like you know, it's not like amateur stuff. So even camera, you can see from
Yet
this little boy actually
something
had
change.
and his brother, his grandpa just everything just falling off, and his bird just yeah. And later on, he needs to travel to the spiritual world with the bird, so you can see. Yeah. So I
Everybody
think
has
this
secrets.
story is very interesting. That a little boy
I
is
just
trying to
never
figure
knew
out what's the
my
secret
grandfather had
of
so many.
people, of his grandfather, and also like his little sisters.
The paper
So
birds
he's
are
kind of
rare,
like
and here they
in
were
the story.
in cages
And I
deep
really like
in the underground.
sometimes everything's dark, and I have to listen to you know, the sound and trying to find where I need to see. Yeah. So wow. So, yeah, and then he has to go there. I think it is great. He is really great because yeah, I might not doing that. It's a little dangerous. Okay, so see now he's in another world, and then yeah, everything start forming. The particles start going, you know, shining, and then yeah, I think the interaction is cool. I mean, I wish I can do something else,
invisible
but I think the interaction
Is silence.
going with the story, which
The
is pretty
home
cool.
of
And it's
all the
interesting
great
that
musicians
it seems like
from the
my
past.
eye, like the whole camera thing or the whole 3D stuff is like following the story. It feels like actually the space is quite
One
big,
day,
but I know
will
that
be my
it's
home
only
too.
confined inside this 360 space. So I think this, the way that is structured, yeah, right now I have to create some magic, so give some magic for this boy. Yeah, so you can see this boy just going along with on a small boat, and he has to find all the mysterious stuff and then, you know, get the answer. So I think this is definitely a really amazing small piece of work that really makes sense. Right? And then he's going to travel to and mingle the spiritual world and the real world. So
My grandfather's
really think this
darkest
story
secret
is
was
really creative.
exposed.
But they only finished the part 1, so I'm looking forward
Inspiration
for
cannot be
the
stolen.
second part of the game.
Paper
Yeah,
birds
so
cannot
yeah, you see
be caged.
the paper bird fly. Yeah, it's really beautiful, and you see all the story mingle really well inside your headset. It's definitely amazing and worth trying to. You know, you can buy it. I think it's not that expensive. It's kind of, I would say, for around $10. Yeah, so yeah, if you got the budget,
balance
feel free to download it
between our
and
world
try it and
and the
look around and
invisible
see
was broken.
how amazing this the story is, storyline, camera, and
It was time
music,
for both worlds to reunite
VFX.
again.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so this is just part one. Okay, thanks for watching, and yeah.